Welcome, everyone. Welcome once again to A.O.S Group. And here we talk about everything related to language studies. If you are currently wanting to learn the French language, the Spanish, or the Chinese language, we can assist you. Likewise, if you also want to prepare for internationally recognized language tests like IELTS, like TOEFL, like TEF Canada, or TCF Canada, we can also be of help to you on that premise. And if you are working on your immigration or your visa applications, we can also assist you in working on your Canadian immigration, Australian, or France, or even Germany. Likewise, today, as you all know, we always have our regular or daily Q&A sessions, and today is not going to be different. We would start our Q&A session always every day by 3 p.m. West African time or 9 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. And if you have any questions as related to the topic for today, then kindly drop it on the live chat section of this video or on the comment section. Today we want to actually tackle the question 336, and this question was related to our past webinar session. The question goes thus. The question was the question 336, and the question states that is the information going to be given usable for only this year or all years to come? Perhaps the person or the questionnaire was actually asking a question related to our webinar session, that the information we are going to share during the webinar session, is it applicable to just one particular year or is applicable to all year round? And the question was asked by Robin Diana Ndagire from Uganda. And as you know, these questions are always extracted from our JAPA to Canada in 2023 webinar Q&As. Now, in relation to this question, I would like to state firstly that any information you get from our YouTube channel is based on our own experience. We are not regulated licensed immigration consultants, and we are not travel agents. We are just successful immigrants who are trying to assist all other immigrants to process or to actually get to know what they need to do in order to apply for their own visas. So that being said, yes, the information we give are informations that are applicable as at the time we actually talked about it. Take for instance, if you're working on your study permit and we gave some certain information as regards that, then it is applicable to the past applications people have done and the current ones that people are doing currently. However, it may not be applicable for future applications, because you would agree with me that things change, policy changes. Just last month, the federal government of Canada, together with IRCC, Immigration, Refugees and Citizenship Canada, actually extended a policy. Do you understand? They extended the policy under the visitor visa route, the TRV. And those are for people that are currently either in Canada or willing to move to Canada as a visitor. Initially, the opportunity for visitors or tourists to get work permits were not available. You understand? You cannot go as a tourist to Canada and now expect to stay back in Canada, get a valid job. Even if you get a valid job initially, if you were a tourist, you would need to leave the country, you understand, and now come back after applying for your work permit. But now the new policy states that the Canadian immigration body is now approving, permitting tourists to actually get valid job offers and also to get open work permits or employer specific work permits in order to remain in Canada, to process their work permit in Canada and continue to work even after their visitor visa period has elapsed. So that is a new policy that we, for instance, could not have thought of, or we could not have even had any inclination to before such webinars. So it is only after such webinars we can now come back to state that yes, there has been a new policy, and as a result of that, there's a new change to the current visitor visa. So that's just one example to tell you that all the information will tell you if there has not been any change in the policy, if there have been no change in the way the visa applications are run or the way immigration programs are actually conducted, then you can state that yes, the information will be usable after that particular year. And this particular webinar we actually ran was done in December 2022. So many of the information we shared there may still be useful today and even beyond. However, if there is a change, you would have to definitely go along with the change. So that being said, for those who don't know about what is currently trending on social media, it's about the 700 or the more than 700 international students who were actually caught to have misrepresented themselves even after they successfully graduated from a Canadian institution. But now, when they are now filing for their permanent residency, even after they have gotten their postgraduate work permits, now the CBSA, which is the Canadian Border Service Agency, found out that the so-called agent that assisted them with their application for study permits actually defrauded them. And how did he defraud them? He defrauded them by actually issuing a fake admission offer letter from one of the renowned colleges we know in Canada, which is the Umber College. And this scenario is one of the major scenarios of many immigrants falling victim of fraudulent scam or scammers over online. I think based on the research that we actually got to make about this scenario, we found out that the so-called agent, Mr. Mishra, was from India, and many of the victims that were affected by this deportation or the removal order that was placed by CBSA or and IRCC were actually Indians. So as a result of that, more than 700 Indians are being deported currently from Canada, you understand, for actually misrepresenting or, you understand, taking part in fraud, basically, even if they didn't know directly about what the agent was doing. But this is just a clarion call to make everyone note that the fact that you are giving your um, application to even a licensed Canadian immigration consultant, to a travel agent, or to even other representatives like your family or friend, it still boils down on you to take, you understand, precursive measures to make sure that every application, every documentation, and everything that is being presented to the IRCC is genuine. Make sure that anybody you are working with, and if you are working by yourself, make sure that everything you are giving the Canadian body, IRCC, is actually genuine. Don't fake your certificate, don't fake your documents, don't fake financial, you understand, information. They would always get to know sooner or later. This is a case of international students who have perhaps even graduated from a 2 year program, 3 year program. Some of them were lucky enough as well to actually get postgraduate work permits after they finished. So in addition to the 2 to 3 years they spent in Canada, they even got to work, you understand, for about a year up to 3 years, even after their, you understand, studies. And it is only when they now wanted to apply for permanent residency after spending 2, 3, 4, 5, and up to 6 years in Canada, they found out that they defrauded the Canadian immigration body about 3 to 4, 5, 6 years ago. So that's to tell you that anybody, anyhow you are trying to work on your application, make sure you are providing genuine certificates. Now they were deported, and most of them would face a ban of 2 years or even up to 5 years from actually entering Canada. And it has actually dented their image, not only abroad, but also in all other countries, not only in Canada, but in all other countries they would want to seek, you understand, visas from. So let's just take that as a clarion call to make sure that we also are engaged, we are involved in any form of documentations that we are presenting to the IRCC, any form of application we are working on, any so-called representative we are working with. We should endeavor that we are always in the know of what exactly that person is doing for us. So if you have any questions or you would like to reach out to us, you can always go on our website, aosacademy.com, or you can even send us an email on admin@aosacademy.com, or you can even chat us up on any of our WhatsApp numbers, be it the Nigerian one or the Canadian one. So lastly, we are coming to the holy month of Ramadan for we, the Muslims amongst us. So we always like to help or to aid your celebration of the holy month of Ramadan with our amazing discounts. We are currently giving about 3 different discounts, and they are actually coming up in form of coupons that we are giving to actually subsidize or to reduce or to give bonuses, you understand, discount offers on all of our products and our services. So from both the language and the language learning up to the guidance with visa applications, and even to how you can actually make money while you are moving to Canada, you can actually get this opportunity from us now to claim your Ramadan discount offer. And click on the link aosacademy.com/events/40-2023 Ramadan package discount. And we do hope that you are one of those lucky subscribers to actually get, be it our 25% discount, our 35% discount, or our 50% discount offer. So thank you very much once again, and I do hope to see you definitely in our next Q&A session. Consider subscribing to our YouTube channel, hit on the notification bell to get notified anytime we drop a content, and like and share this video with your friends and